Hello, my dear cadets. I am Lieutenant Dr. Nikhilesh Thakur from DAV College, Sector 10, Chandigarh. Today, I am going to talk about social skills, etiquettes, and mannerism. Let us start with introduction. Etiquettes, the manners, and the forms, which are social, they are prescribed by custom, usage, or authority, and are well accepted when people deal with each other as correct or proper behavior. Etiquette is necessary to have an effective and well-groomed personality. It is considered as an everlasting impression on the people you meet. This does not refer about etiquette but also public mannerism. Mannerism is any exaggerated style, distinctive traits, or behavioral habit of one individual. Etiquette and public mannerism can be good or bad impression depending upon how we behave in the society or in public. To have an everlasting good impression on the people we meet, we must possess a qualities to build a personality that is charming, decent, lovable, and welcome anywhere and everywhere we go. The question of why the people having command over English is given preference. The reason lies with the fact that there is only frequent and fluent communication that lets a person explore in a company and enhances his or her own skill, bagging much early promotion. Strong etiquettes and good manners always matters much. Etiquettes and mannerism describes an internal personality, not only an effective communication skill demonstrates a personality, but it gives interviewer an overlook as is the applicant really serious about the company or just enhancing his interviewing venues. The real significance of etiquette and manners lies within the fact that a person's behavior and his etiquette matters a lot, as a single mal-behaving attitude might destroy the impression of a country. On basis of this, our aim is to acquaint the class with the importance of etiquettes and mannerism in social life and how to pay compliments as an NCC cadet. Before we switch over to the types of etiquettes, first we will know what is etiquette. So etiquette is a code of behavior that delineates expectations for social behavior according to contemporary conventional norms within a society, social class, or group. Rules of etiquette encompass most aspects of social interaction in any society. So, the various types of etiquettes, they are listed here. First one is the social etiquette. It is important for an individual as it teaches him how to behave in the society. Bathroom etiquette. Bathroom etiquette refers to the set of rules which an individual needs to follow while using public restrooms or office toilets. Make sure you leave the restroom clean and tidy for the other person. Corporate etiquette. They refer to how an individual should behave while he is at work. Each one needs to maintain the decorum of the organization. Don't loiter around unnecessary or peep into others' cubicles. Wedding etiquette. Wedding is a special event in everyone's life. Individuals should ensure they behave sensibly at weddings. Never be late to weddings or drink uncontrollably. Meeting etiquettes. Meeting etiquette normally refers to the styles one need to adopt when he is attending any meeting, seminar, presentation, and so on. Listen to what the other person has to say. Never enter meeting room without a notepad and pen. It is important to jot down important points for future reference. Telephone etiquettes. It is essential to learn how one should interact with the other person over the phone. Telephone etiquette refers to the way an individual should speak on the phone. Never put the other person on long holds. Make sure you greet the other person. Take care of your pitch and tone. Eating etiquettes. Individuals must follow certain decorum while eating in public. Don't make noise while eating. One should not leave the table unless and until everyone has finished eating. Business etiquettes. Etiquettes includes ways to conduct a certain business. Don't ever cheat customers. It is simply unethical. Now the point is, what is the need for etiquette? So here are the basic points we will discuss. Etiquette makes you a cultured individual who leaves his mark wherever he goes. Etiquette teaches you the way to talk, walk, and most importantly, behave in the society or public. Etiquette is essential for an everlasting first impression. The way you interact with your superiors, parents, fellow workers, friends speak a lot about your personality and upbringing. Etiquette enables the individual to earn respect and appreciation in the society. No one would feel like talking to a person who does not know how to speak or behave in the society. It inculcates a feeling of trust and loyalty in the individuals. One becomes more responsible and mature. Etiquette helps individuals to value relationships. Now the second part is mannerism or manners. Some of the manners we have learned from our parents and teachers who try and implant us the importance of being well mannered. At some point, our manners are categorized as good or bad depending upon the society we live in and on the environment we grew in. So, here is some list of some very poor mannerism we normally observe a lot in public. These are most common act of poor mannerism, like biting nails in public, eating with your mouth open, spitting in the public, sneezing without covering your nose, coughing and yawning without covering your mouth, acting very rude and cutting very vulgar jokes in front of lady colleagues, not saying please or thank you, smoking at prohibited places, barging on someone's room without permission, sneezing without covering your nose, picking your nose in the public, making loud noise and slurping sound while eating, ridiculing someone for his physical limitations and shortcomings. So, the main reason for making us forget social courtesies is eccentricity. And one way to gain respect in the society is to learn to respect the society also. Remember the golden rule: do unto others as you would have others do unto you. All good manners start from home, though there are times that we learn on what we saw. Some male youth pee on the public posts and walls because when they were young they saw grown-ups doing that thing and they think it is okay, which is definitely not. So, having good manners is not just about blending with the best. Rather, it is more about considering the feelings of others and taking responsibility. Take for example, when you eat in the restaurant or in public places, try not to chew with one's mouth open. The unpleasant sound and scene is repelling for others. In public speaking, we must not interrupt when he or she is talking. It is considered highly ill-mannered if you do not complete his sentence. These are just some of the things we should avoid doing to have good manners. Now, we will discuss about social skills and how to improve our social skills. Now, social skills are the skills we use to communicate and interact with each other, both verbally and non-verbally, through gestures, body language, and our personal appearance. Human beings are social creatures and we have developed many ways to communicate our messages, thoughts, and feelings with others. They say a human being is a social animal, but the question is, does everyone possess social skills? Most of the people do not know the art of speaking. While some are just inept and incompetent, There are others who lack confidence, and yet others who do not have mannerisms and etiquettes. Having sound social skills is extremely important in the present times, given to the fact that interaction and conversation forms the basis for everything we do. If you also face difficulty in interacting, remember it is not the end of the world. You can improve your social skills by just putting in a little effort. However, you cannot be perfect overnight. It would take some time, but believe me, it would be worth the wait. Just focus on qualities listed below, and who knows, from being ineffective, you might just turn out to be the apple of the social meat. So, in the following lines, I have provided you the tips on how to improve social skills just for you. So, in the list of improving skills, first is be yourself. Only when you are your own self do you feel comfortable, and it is when you are in utmost comfort that you indulge in free conversation and interaction. Do not change your inner self for anything in the world. Remember, humans have this innate quality of discovering whether a person is real or fake. In case you pretend to be someone you are not, trust me, you would be lonelier than ever before. Second is be responsible. One of the vital components of the social interaction is to know that art of carrying yourself. It is very important for you to know what to do and how to behave in a social gathering. A person behaving in an undesirable and unacceptable manner is usually avoided by the people. So be responsible for your actions and act according to the situation. Be open and approachable. Imagine talking to a person who is an absolute introvert or extrovert. Extremes of personality often turn off people. Ideally, you should have a fusion of both the characters. While being too shy and withdrawn is enough to repel people immediately, being too loud and outgoing would not do much good either. Just strike a delicate balance between both the personalities and you would be the star of the social gathering. Be attentive. The art of listening is a stepping stone for conversation and interaction. Alas, not many have it in them. If you would have attended a social gathering, you will know that everyone wants to talk but no one is ready to listen. So the trick is to be an attentive listener and people would definitely talk to you. Also, do not interrupt or chip in a piece of advice or suggestion just when the other person is in the middle of a subject. Now the next is be polite. Being humble and down to earth is an excellent way to break the ice. It sheds off all the apprehensions and nervousness and gives a good impression. It would speak miles about your manners, personality and confidence. Apart from being polite, it is also advisable to be diplomatic. While being honest and forthright definitely pays, sugarcoating the truth is very unnecessary at times. Be aware. It is very important to be aware and observant of people's behavior. For instance, watch if the person you are talking to is comfortable with the specific topic. If he looks uncomfortable or is simply disinterested, just move on to the next topic. In case he or she is not interested in talking to you completely, the best bet would be to move out of the scene. Be cautious. It is advisable to keep your senses active. Do not shut your eyes, close your ears and numb your senses at the time of interacting. Keep a keen eye on who are your friends and who are your enemies. Do not confront everything to someone you have just met. Now the conclusion. The part of etiquette is not, of course, the rules themselves but the comfort of the people concerned. Exhibiting bad manners and I don't care a damn attitude are the ones who are the social outcast. Manners that put a strain on others are not good manners, no matter whose rules they follow. Remember, having good manners and etiquette can gravitate everybody towards you. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.